Hey, and welcome back. And this is time that I actually wanted to talk a bit more about another kind of topics I want to discuss. About now, before I jump in, let me allow to address that all the talks are based on a neutral agenda. Nothing is meant to be in any shape or form about negativity. It is just my experience and opinion, take and care to talk. So let me start like this. So I have had the honor to participate in Diablo 4. But the weekend first, mostly I have enjoyed for the not as smoothly as I have hoped for. I tried to roll a sorcerer, managed to level 5, and had to code to make it myself a new character. In that case, it was a barbarian whom I have did better campaign and had leveled to level 15 in the beta. Now, to be blunt, I have had asked myself how come. Well, I really felt the sorcerer being a bit clunky compared to the wizard in Diablo 3. I recently have checked the Diablo 3 wizard gameplay and I have realized right away how different it was and how it is now. Back then in Diablo 3, the wizard RP fantasy was vastly on a different level and had a broader aspect of the wizard's RP fantasy game design, meaning I was able to roll the wizard the way I like to RP through the Diablo 3 campaign. With the wizard in Diablo 3, I could use implement four different types of magic: fire, ice, lightning, and arcane. So basically go full elemental wizard and so on. In my case, my ability layouts were like electrocute with the runes of lightning blast, uh, ray frost, sleeted storm, hydra, blazing hydra, prism, diamond skin, thunderstorm, armor, and archon as combustion. Here I have also linked a video clip about it. So and um, then when the official Diablo 4 release was launched, I have joined about a week or two later and have re-rolled the sorcerer, with whom I have managed to level to level 13, and defeating one of the first sisters of Lilith. And since then, I haven't laid a finger on Diablo 4 again. Now, don't get me wrong about Diablo 4 in general. The cinematics are great. The lore is great. The voice actors are great. Voice actresses are great. The character creation customization is great. However, the difficult class Activison in Diablo 4 has given me so far quite a limited advice of how I like to roll my character class, at which case was the sorcerer. Since I have rerolled the sorcerer, I have been having tough times on which how to build my builds, right? To stay on the course through the course. I play along the Diablo 4 campaign. I have been constantly spending if I need the talent points started from Chiromancer to fire and ice build, from then to ice, fire and lightning, and the last one was like ice and lightning build, right? And now with the in-game seasonal pass that are making the player starting a new character whenever a new season would head their live servers. And in addition to it, there is the rebirth. There was the rebirth feature potential that might come to Diablo 4. In Diablo 3, such mechanic was featured called Rebirth, which allowed those characters to continue on, starting a season with a rebirth character allowed you to take a non-seasonal character and convert them, resetting their level, gear, progression, but allowing their legacy to continue. For me, at least, Diablo 4 is currently on hold. And I will eventually get on full but sometime later, but I will take my time for now, and that's how I will gonna take a hold on now for Diablo 4. Now let's get over to Overwatch with Overwatch 2. Quick summary: I have been myself in Overwatch veteran since 2016. Maybe it sounds not since season 1, but surely from season 2. For the first 3-4 years, Overwatch had been one of my most next active played game titled by Blizzard, followed by World of Warcraft. I really have had been enjoying Overwatch 1, and even I've been stuck to GOAT in Gold Plat Elo. I surely have witnessed and have had no problems to learn and understand what's all about in the higher ranks, including the GM, Top 500, and Overwatch League. Overwatch League. Throughout the Overwatch 1 period, I have come across new friends, new people that I'm still in contact with and have been following since. Talking about the state of Overwatch 2. I myself had the honor to play and try the first PvP beta for Overwatch 2. After a long break from Overwatch 1, the moment I joined the Overwatch 2 PvP beta, I right away I have felt the difference, and surely have a great, definitely more fun again. For the first 3.5 seasons, for the first 3.5 seasons of Overwatch 2, I've had playing playing Overwatch actively again. And yes, even for me, I could tell right away if there is or was something wrong with it or not. Not gonna mention about the balance matchmaking, the battle pass, the free-to-play format. This is something I have wanted to give about my feedback as well. So for the actual Overwatch 2 content, which was meant to be the PvE content that was unfortunately canned, I think that was known little from BlizzCon 2019 and until it was sadly announced that it will not be the same at all anymore in the 2013 in the 2023 Overwatch 2 dev update. Yep, not gonna lie, a lot of the original and the new Overwatch 2 player base, general Overwatch players were frustrated and not happy at all, including me, myself as well. The content that was actually meant to be Overwatch 2 sequel was not just canned, but also fairly compressed into a very every now and then seasonal PvE missions package that is not included in the battle pass and costs like uh, $5 more than the $10 premium pass. Yes, even if it's still referred as a story mission, tier missions, etc., it is not the same, or won't be the same. So it was like demonstrated on the roadmap for the season 5 and 6 and so on. Only like season 6 will have the first 3 story missions and some other new content features. They will disappear again, however, and any new story will be only coming from the next year again. Now, same in Diablo 4. Overwatch 2 is currently, for me, also an easy-going and now and then game title that I play on and off with friends. I also have recently played the season 5 again for a little bit, and now I'm taking a break from it. Might rejoin again out the mid-season tour with the season 6 mare. That's now for our stool for now. Let me talk about now with the World of Warcraft state, including the latest expansion Dragonflight. Since with the launch of World of Warcraft Dragonflight expansion, the whole game was shifted or was getting shifted into newer RAM state, and to be honest, it is a good thing that has been happening or has been happening, as I would call it a change where when changes are needed, and then of course can derail between for the worse or better and so on. Time will tell, no? And as much I would like as much I have liked Photograph again with Dragonflight 10.0, 10.0, the game still has a lot of room that needs further improved, worked on at which they have been or are currently in the process. And meanwhile, really have like the overall systems that allow to game on how I would like to see it and experience through the Dragonflight content, right? from ratio, class requirements, talent requirements, profession requirements, the general campaign playthrough, questing, dungeon race, weekly events, the weekly events, weekly content, reputation, renown grinding, the lesser spoiled potential in a teaser or cinematic in-game cutscenes, and so on. Between hardcore WoW grinders and PvP pokers and Mythic Plus and a casual base of possible content to be explored, experienced on, has also become a lot better and can be differentiated. At the same time, there's none of the so-called must grind content that just needs to be done as soon as possible in order to do follow-up content. It still has the boundary, but does not have the same pressure anymore. May do whatever you want to at your own pace. Now, throughout the patch updates with 10.05, 10.07, 10.01, and with the 10.1.5 around and the quality of life in Warcraft has been getting changes and are getting changes, improved user interfaces, more friendly to those who haven't played Warcraft for some time. I'm not gonna dive deep in such content as others already do cover them. I'm gonna give my personal experience in certain aspects of the game franchise and how it is getting evolved into different directions. Maybe a so-so, not so good, and a very decent one for the player base. For example, for 10.15.5, I find it will be able to Nightborn race as I always wanted to try, but I couldn't as the subrace was locked behind the achievement prior to subrace quest line. Right, that all is going to be has become a lot more friendlier to do in 10.5. All you would need to do is like level 40 level. All you would need to do is to level 40 character, and you can go and any of the sub races, quest lines. In my case, was the Nightborn sub race, and play on and with them and level up and get the heritage armor at the max level. That's one of the good features that is good now, pretty good. The other one is like I have enjoyed the major work so far. We'll cover the match work as well in a separate video. And overall, this all I wanted to stress out in this footage that WoW is right away is on the right way. It has still a lot of room for improvement, evolving, and so on. Now to cut down in short summary, tell what I think of where Blizzard and the current three main titles are currently standing. I believe Blizzard are nearing the crossroads with Diablo 4, with Overwatch 2, World of Warcraft franchises. And think about the player base of Overwatch, World of Warcraft. You will realize for Overwatch 2, for Overwatch, they are old Overwatch pokers like myself. They are the three post years of Overwatch pokers, a player base, really. And now they are like Overwatch 2 player bases that are either new returners or including old original Overwatch player bases. With World of Warcraft, the player base is actually a bit more split. You have the vanilla WoW player base, the early World of Warcraft player base between Burning Crusade and Kata, like me. Then there are like the post Kata, post Mr. Pandera, all the way till Battle for Azeroth, and there is the were the Shadowlands player base with now since with Dragonflight there are even now more new World of Warcraft player bases, returners, including long World of Warcraft player base since vanilla, player base like me who are currently have so-called wait and see state. We still play on those games, but not that actively anymore. And I look out for other and new ones. As the season 6 is getting closer or has come out so far, it will be a proof to tell season. Whether it will make up us to stay, return, or not, And so that is what I won't have to add at the end. For now, that all the free Blizzard games, Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, World of Warcraft, are on the so-called destination towards the crossroads that will have to be yet to be explored, experienced, and we'll get to see how it will fold itself for that moment onwards. Let's just hope it will be a better, like a feelings that arise from the ash. It should either be bring fortune or misfortune, rebirth or death. Well, that's for that, and this video will conclude for that. Thanks for watching, thanks for audience. If you would like to see more such content such as these and others, just hit the like, leave a follow, and have tagged in the moment new content will go live. Thanks. By the way, you also may follow my podcast platforms. The links on the podcast are in the description, as they contain slightly different content to these ones on YouTube. And also check out my Twitch channel where you just stream, let's play, and more. Otherwise, till then, have a good one. Cheers.